Ignite your sabers, Cloud City. And welcome on back to another episode on Tainted Grail, the Fall of Avalon. Picking up where we left off, it's that Cloud guy again, and we did our respec. I have been upgrading and selling and doing a bunch of bullshit. I've been doing it for about 2 hours now. We wrapped the last episode up at about 7 o'clock, and we are now at, oh, where's my phone? We are now at about 10 o'clock. So, wow, it's been almost 3 hours. So just to show you what we did, we look really cool here. We are running the Bloodseeker Blade. We slapped on a bleed relic, and a starborn egg relic. So weapon deals additional 50% damage as well as inflicting bleed. And then on our honorary blade, we got that up to a +5. Obviously that got to +7. With the honorary blade, it deals 100% more damage if the enemy is below 25% max stamina. So then we slapped on a critical. On critical hit, we get haste, and then on the other slot, we put on a starborn egg. So then our other loadouts, we just brought down the Bloodseeker Blade, and then we slapped on a crippling bolt to decrease target's damage dealt by 20% for 30 seconds, and then if we do a heavy cast, we increase our crit chance against the target by 33% for 10 seconds, and then charging this spell incantation duration for up to 20 seconds. So that's pretty good. Then we brought back our Cursed Blood Blade, which gives us 2% lifesteal. We slapped on the Gem of Fire and the Burning Stone like we had way back in like episode 5. And so we went ahead and brought that back. And then we slapped on Mother's Embrace. So in oh shit scenarios, you know, we'll have lifesteal, not much, but we'll have some, and then we'll have Mother's Embrace to heal us instantly, or do slowly heal us over time. But prolonged channeling increases healing by up to 200% for 4 seconds. And then in the final slot, we brought down the Bloodseeker Blade +7, and then we put on Impenetrable Shield. So that basically creates a magical shield, fully negating the next received damage for 120 seconds. So pretty good. As to the armor, obviously I told you guys we were going to rock King Arthur's armor for the remainder. We are rocking it. I did decrease the weight so we could get down to a medium, so we can at least have a 2-dash. But anyway, we slapped on the Blood Tainted Shell, restores 10 health after killing an enemy and increases max health by 3. So our max health down here is at a whopping 262. Mana's obviously way down. We have 160 for our stamina. I'll go through all the other skills later, and things. So there's that. And then for the cape, which I thought looked really good, like our fashion is very good here. Dual Knight Cape. We slapped that on. That's the only thing I didn't upgrade. I forgot to do that. But it increases our stamina regen by 25, and it also increases our crit chance by 10%. So dashes we slapped on a Gem of Dodge for 10% faster dashes, or it regenerating 10% faster, sorry. King Arthur's gauntlets, we got those to a +2. Basically all the armor pieces I got to +2. Slapped on a Gem of Stamina for more stamina regen, and then we put a Gem of Carrying, which we really didn't need, but it's nice to have. It puts us up to a whopping 305. Then down here, over here on the breastplate, we slapped on the Gem of Stamina again, so we got 2 of those. I don't know if they stack or not. I'm hoping they do, but gives us a stamina regen by 1.2. And then we put on Unfading Ember, so if we get hit, it should ignite the enemy, which I really should. You know what? I have potions. Let's switch this out. Let's switch you with you. No, you. Because if, worst case, you know, we're lighting them on fire here, lighting them on fire here. So we'll have some fire damage going. But anyway, we have that. Then the talisman lets we slapped on the stone ward one that we crafted, which increases our crit chance by 15%. So we're getting a 25% crit chance bump here between the cape and the necklace. And then slapped on the health ring for just overall health. Then I'm hoping they stack because, you know, another unfading ember on our greaves and then another gem of dodge. So we should have 20% faster dodges and then more burn damage. Then for the rings, we did the max health and then increased physical damage by 5%. I don't know if I want to go with that or if I want to go with just an overall, you know, another 3% to crit chance, because that put us at 28% for crit chance. And that's not including, like, I'm not even reading what the armor does itself. But then for the boots, we added on another blood tainted shell, which is another 10 health after killing an enemy, and it's the other dash. So yeah, increases critical damage by up to 100% depending on missing health. And then this, you have 1% chance to instantly kill an enemy if it has less than 50% health. Increased crit chance by 29% when your health is below 50%. So when my health is at half, we're going to be doing crits like crazy. Then when damage is taken, physical damage, spell power, attack speed, and critical chances increase by 7%. The effect disappears after 5 seconds from the last hit. Then critical hits restore 10 health and mana. Increase critical chance by 29% when your health is below 25%. So yeah, we're going to be doing a lot of crits. Now, when it comes to attributes, I went 15 strength, but because of the crown gives you an additional increases strength, dex, spirituality, practicality, and perception by 5.2. That's obviously because we upgraded the helmet, but our strength went from 15 to 20. Endurance, I did the same. Actually, yeah, no, I thought I went to 20 on endurance. The helmet doesn't increase that. Then dex, I went to 12. That went up to 15. Spirituality 6, and then I went I think 5 and 5. Yeah, 5 and 5. The helmet increased both of these by 5. So we're doing pretty good on that. Now, oh man, it's been 8 minutes and we're still going through our build. Last thing, skill tree. One-handed, I went with agile fighter. Increase our one-handed weapons by 20%. Then basically, since we're doing dual wield build, I went everything consecutive. So increases damage for each consecutive one-handed hit by 3% up to 15%. Increases critical chance for each consecutive one-handed hit by 3% up to 15%. Heavy attacks while wielding 2 weapons. It costs 35% less stamina. Fighting with 2 weapons of the same type, since we're running dual swords, obviously that's what we're going to want. Increases our attack speed by 20%. Then blocking while dual wielding blocks 20% more damage. Then heavy attacks with one-handed weapons reduce the target stamina by 50% of the inflicted damage. Then we went over here. Heavy attacks with one-handed weapons have a 15% chance to stun. Then reduce stamina cost for each consecutive one-handed hit by 4% up to 20%. And then last thing in one-handed we got was increases chance for each consecutive one-handed hit to restore full stamina by 6% up to 30%. Pretty good. Then on over to endurance. Got everything in health, so increase max health by 10. Increase your damage by 1% for every 10 points of missing max health. For every 10 points of health you are missing, your attack speed is increased by 2%. Each enemy killed increases your damage by 5% up to 50%. Healing resets the counter. Each enemy killed increases your max stamina by 5 up to 30. Healing resets the counter. So a lot of these just have really good synergy. Then stamina, just obviously we have to get this one. So just gain 7 max stamina. Then I put 1 point into this, which if I get to level up, I'll probably finish that off. So we can get, after we get a kill, we get 20% of our max stamina back. I'll probably get that. And then I just wanted to be able to recover from overexertion 50% faster. So I went ahead and grabbed that. Then in dexterity, we went down to attack speed. Increases attack speed by 8%. We maxed that out. And then ferocity, increases attack speed by 20% for 5 seconds after killing an enemy. and then increases attack speed for each consecutive hit by 2% up to 10%. So we're gonna be attacking extremely fast, and I think it's gonna work out good. I tested it a little bit and I was like, yo, because I couldn't decide if I wanted to do this or two-handed, and I sold a lot of my two-handed weapons going through the playthrough because I was like, I'm not strength build. So I just said, fuck it. But here at the end, we've been finding a lot of good one-handed weapons. So we're going to try them out. And I did kind of test out over here, and I was like baffled by our damage. Okay, so where are we going? Kardak told me our last meeting place will be at the Charred Conclave. Well, so the thing is, okay, it's this way. This is in Kunat? Or is it in Forlorn? I'm so confused right now. Where am I going? I think it's in Kunat. It looks like it's like... Okay, I've been here. So that's crazy. The place that I was like, man, there really ain't nothing going on over here. It's literally the spot for endgame. That is insane. Okay. But yeah, and then obviously knocking the weight of the armor down is gonna be important so I can get my dashes and I can still have my mobility. It's not for this build, I really feel like you would need more mobility than what I have, but I really wanted to just finish the game out. And King Arthur's armor set, it looks cool. I fuck with it. But yeah, let's go test this shit out. The greatsword build that I tested wasn't too bad. I just feel like it could have been better. So far, my favorite has been the spellcasting, even though we looked like a complete drag queen. Yeah, dude, that is good. That is so good. I was like, bleed, fire, bleed, fire. I should put poison on one of them. I did have poison from one of my spears. I guess I didn't even really go over like what the weapons do. Inflicts up to 100% more damage based on enemies missing health, and then deals 100% more damage if the enemy is below 25% max stamina. And then obviously, like, Curse of Bloodblade was just 2% lifesteal, which is... We don't talk about that, though. I remember, like, looking at this, and I'm like, dude, how do I get to this? I used, like, all my meteorite. It was crazy. I had, like, 30. And I'm down to, like, 2. I'm like, oh, shit. I gotta go finding this stuff again so I can continue upgrading. I was like, so with my right hand weapon here, what is it, like the Bloodseeker? Yeah, the Bloodseeker blade. I was like, I really wasn't gonna level it up that far, but I'm like, okay, you know, we haven't maxed out a weapon. What the hell is the max level you can get a weapon? And then it started costing like crazy amounts. And I'm like, okay, I don't know how I feel about this. Oh, so the burns from them hitting me, okay. So let's switch on over to 3 here. Switch on over to 3, we'll see how good the burn stacks up after them hitting me and then me hitting them with the burn weapon. Damn, okay, he just fucking died. I don't even know what happened to him. He just kind of ate shit. So there's like a door down there. I don't know how to get down there though. Is there like a way down here? It looks like right there. It's like, I don't want to... What's this? Iron. It's like, dude, I don't want to risk that drop. Fuck no. If I had the king's thing, I would definitely do it. Yeah, hopefully you guys are enjoying like the because like I'm trying not to do like the same kind of gameplay like over and over. Like we've been doing a lot of spell casting, so like that's kind of like why I'm like trying to switch it up. Oh, I think I'm stuck now. I don't think I can get back up. Oh yeah, I'm not supposed to be here. See that clipping? Yeah, I'm really not supposed to be here. Oh, and it just saved too. I placed like a bonfire. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. I can't place a bonfire, dude. Can I hit this? Perfect. Good. Okay. Oh, man. I don't know why I didn't use that feature like earlier. Okay, so I really have to find the way down. It really looks like it would be this, like, yeah? Dude. Wait. Ouch. Did we find it? Found it, boys! What's up, bitch? Dude, oh my god, I can't with this, dude. This is so fucking nasty. I should have played the whole game like this. I am Mad King Arthur the Berserker. It's fucking insane. What? Hello? Oh? What's going on? Are there more things I have to go hit? Maybe there's more like... Who is this? Is this more meteorite? Fuck yeah, it is. What? Oh, bro. Bro, don't do me like that. That's meteorite, bro. I wonder if it's because I dropped down like I did. And I wonder if there wasn't supposed to be like I did kind of... Oh, there's 3 I have to hit. So, okay, I see. I see. So, it's gotta... For people that are speedrunning, it makes them, you know, you have to have the sword soul, you have to have the shield soul, you have to have the crown soul, and now you can get in. Okay. Let's go. Let's do this. See how back Caradoc's gonna be pissed. He's gonna be like, hey, you side with King Arthur. I'll be like, yes. So, buddy.
So, you finally made it. Took you long enough. I hope you're ready, because this is it. The beginning of the end.
What are you talking about? Ready for what? Sorry, guys, I had to take a drink.
Of course. You've come far, but every path ends somewhere. Yours ends here, in the heart of it all.
You've been waiting for me?
Philosophically, not you specifically, but someone like you. Literally. Yes, and I was getting quite bored with the wait. This is the Charred Conclave, a graveyard for druids, burned alive as scapegoats for the Red Death. It's a reminder of what happens when people fear what they don't understand. They spoke out. They should have stayed silent, kept to their herbs and potions, but they didn't. They believed their ancient knowledge, ugly and painful truths from times long past, could save Avalon from the plague. And maybe they were right. But people don't want the truth when it's covered in blood. Cruel rituals, sacrifices, hard choices in search of real results. They called it wisdom, knowledge gleaned from the weirdness itself.
Up, baby girl.
But to the
How
people,
you doing, Luna?
everything they did was unnatural, costly, and frightening.
Just
The
came
druids
up next to
believed their
me,
results would
put her head
justify
on
the
my,
costs.
or her chin on my
Avalon would see them as
leg.
saviors, but the people didn't
She
understand.
came over here for pets.
Fear
Oh,
turned
is that the
to
spot?
fire.
Oh, she's kicking her leg.
The red church and their
She came back
politicians
from
made sure of
damn. She
that.
about knocked me out my chair.
Druid became a convenient enemy, a way to shift the blame and tighten their grip on power. It's always so simple, so banal, isn't it? Well, death doesn't always mean an ending. It was a sacrifice so costly, so cruel, so pointless, that it tore a rift in the fabric of this world. An ultimate wound. And so you're the closest you'll ever come to seeing the true shape of this world. To greet you, I was once where you are now. A knight with questions, searching for answers. That search led me to this place.
Yeah, are you behind
Here I
the
found
death of
my
all the
answers.
druids?
Now it's your turn. Well, first, you're going to meet my former employer. We don't see eye to eye anymore, but we both realize that our collaboration yields results, as shown by you being here. He'll try to sugarcoat the hard truths I've been telling you from the beginning, spin them differently. Never mind. Why waste time here talking about it when you're just a step from the end? It's best if you just go forth and see for yourself. Just remember, this is the point of no return. Once you step through, there's no going back. But if you've come this far, I suppose you already knew that. Go on. He's waiting for you.
Alright. So, let's do this. Let's replace... Got so many saves for this game, it's ridiculous.
Go on.
Let's go! It's time to end this! Dude, I swear if it's like this really big enemy that it's just gonna be easier to fucking queue with spells, I swear. I'm gonna be so salty. The long defeat.
At last we meet. I've heard much about you. Your choices, your determination. Caradoc isn't easily impressed, but he was impressed with you. Few dare to seek the truths buried in Avalon's shadows. Fewer still make it this far. I was the first. Caradoc followed when my brethren burned and the tear opened. And now, here you are. A truly rare and joyful occasion. Oh, forgive my lack of manners. I am
I figured as much.
the last apprentice of Merlin, and the last archdruid of Avalon.
As I say, we saw
I've
your
carried the weight of this land's
spectrals.
secrets longer than I care to admit. But names mean little. What matters is the task before us. What lingers here, it's older than Avalon. Older than anything we know. What you see is the beginning of weirdness itself. Its purest form, raw potential, unshaped by anything but its lack of boundaries and limits. Beautiful, isn't it? Oh, precisely the opposite of what Caradoc wants. I want you to help me resurrect King Arthur. Properly this time.
He wants to kill him properly, and you want to resurrect him properly.
Ridiculous, I know. But yes, that's what it boils down to. At some point, we stopped seeing eye to eye and chose different paths. Ultimately, though, both our paths led to you. Yes, please let me explain. By the end of his life, Arthur became obsessed with his legacy. He left mementos, artifacts that embodied the virtues he wanted Avalon to preserve. Excalibur, a symbol of loyalty and sacrifice. The crown of Pendragon, a beacon of courage and resilience. The shield of Palamedes, wisdom and independence. But Merlin and the others didn't believe that would be enough. The memory of war and the fragility of peace was still too fresh. So they acted. When the king died, his soul wasn't allowed to move on. It was shattered, bound to those artifacts. A clever solution, but ultimately flawed. They feared losing what Arthur represented more than losing Arthur himself. They thought the king's essence would endure if bound to his relics. You can't pick and choose with a soul, but that's exactly what Merlin did. He focused on 3 parts of Arthur: his strength, wisdom, and courage. He left out 2 pieces. One, tainted by the Four Dwellers' magic, was deemed too dangerous. The other was his humanity, the most fragile part.
I don't know why you leave the humanity out.
Passion and doubt were weaknesses, unfit for a king. Without them, Arthur became hollow. A king with power, but no heart. That way, Avalon's greatest failure was born.
Didn't anyone try to resurrect Arthur as a whole then?
I tried. And I found his humanity. It's here, bound, kept safe. But the Four Dwellers' aspects was left to drift, untethered between worlds. Finding it needed more than magic. It needed someone like you. The horrors you endured on that island gave you something no one else has. You can move through the weirdness, touch it, and return whole. That's why you found the king's soul, bound it to yourself, and came back.
You're saying all of that, everything I went through was all part of your plan, so I'm just another experiment to you, like the ones on that island.
You flatter me. No, I couldn't have predicted all of that. I merely nudged the Red Church in the right direction, and asked Caradoc to assist where I couldn't. I can see you.
It's a pretty cool backdrop, though. What's your endgame? Let's bring back our king whole and complete. I want him to lead again and to safeguard Avalon's future. What if this resurrection fails again?
It won't. This time, Arthur will be whole. A king must be more than power. He must be human. That balance is what will save Avalon. Because I've seen what happens without him. Weirdness preys on the weak, and the people are too divided to stand against it alone. Arthur.
I mean, I kind of agree with him.
Only hope. Ever they're left without him, without guidance, chaos takes hold. Division festers. You've seen it during your journeys. If things continue this way, Avalon will tear itself apart long before weirdness finishes the job.
Even if he's whole, what if the people won't follow him?
They will follow him. That's what people do. When weirdness comes to their doorstep, they'll beg for a savior. And Arthur will answer the call. Help me bring the king back, whole and complete. That's all I ask of you. Now you need to go further. I made my case. Please keep in mind what I told you. This is the only way.
That's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna resurrect the king. I've seen him definitely like repent for. Damn, that thing's huge. What has like what transpired while he was a king? Like you could definitely tell like he did not like a lot of his choices. But I mean, you know, he had a lot on his plate. Like, he had, you know, a lot of stuff that I mean, you would be choosing. Like, I mean, I'd be making wrong choices too, I think, in his place, you know?
I was there when it all began, when Arthur first set foot on Avalon. I was a knight in his army. We believed in him, in his dream, in his kingdom. And for a while, it was glorious. Every battle felt like a step closer to peace. Every sacrifice justified by the dream we shared. But then came the cost. The war crimes, the impossible decisions, the massacres, slaughters, and irrational cruelty. We turned from knights into butchers, all because his dream demanded it of us. At first I told myself it was necessary, that it was the price of building something great. But the longer it went on, the harder it was to believe. That's when I realized Arthur wasn't a god, a savior, or a king. He was just another man, no different from the rest of us. And no man should have the power to demand such sacrifices. But do you understand why I wanted so much?
But see, the thing is though, like, back then, like, he had all of, like, the corrupted, like, Camelot shit. And this time around he won't, because we'll have the Dalrita and the Giants will have wiped out Camelot and the corruption. So I'm hoping with resurrecting Arthur, it'll be more of like a unified ending, you know, Arthur leading the Dalrita and the Giants and stuff like that, versus Arthur leading the corrupted Camelot.
I'd like to believe that after 600 years I've moved past pettiness. You need to understand that people thought and still think that he was more than human. But he wasn't. He made mistakes, just like any man. And the cost of those mistakes was always paid for by others. I've seen what happens.
Dude, we're already at 32 minutes.
Kings and myths. They wait, they follow. They waste their lives on promises that never meant anything. But that's not my problem. I'm not here to fix Avalon or to free anyone. What comes after doesn't matter. Let it all burn. Let it rot.
Yeah, see, that's not the kind of thinking to have.
I won't be here to see it.
Even if you destroy Arthur, the Round Table can just crown someone new, replace him. You think people could stand on their own against the weirdness, against the monsters? You want people to face adversity without guidance and leadership. Isn't that just chaos waiting to happen?
Call it chaos, call it freedom, I don't care. Let them rise.
Yeah, I don't like him.
Let them tear each other apart. I just want to watch it all come down. To see the last lie collapse under its own weight.
Yeah, that's just anarchy, dude.
That's for the ones still standing to figure out. Arthur's the only myth that still holds weight. And when he's gone, the rest will rot with him. A puppet king, another empty throne, none of it will last. Maybe they'll keep pretending for a while. Maybe they won't.
You think people... what if your way leads directly to people's fall and demise?
Let it. If this world can't stand without a dead king propping it up, maybe it deserves to fall. Let them stand, let them fall. At least it won't be another king.
You're just repeating yourself now.
Another lie propping up a I've lived longer than any man should.
Oren made the case that people need Arthur, that they can't face the weirdness alone. Oren believes this resurrection will be different. He says it's the only way to save Avalon. You want to throw away Avalon's hope just like that.
Isn't Avalon's hope. He's its curse. He's the chain that keeps it bound to the past, dragging it down. We were fools to tamper with forces resurrecting Arthur. infusing him with powers of the weirdness. Such violations of nature's order cannot go on. This cannot be a... Listen, it's taken longer than I ever imagined. But now, you've brought Arthur's soul back together. Almost complete. So, you're close now. Just one more and then... we'll meet. Go. Find the last piece.
Okay. Yeah, we'll be enemies. Because you just want chaos, dude. That's all you want. You just want chaos and anarchy. Doesn't care for how the world's gonna be after this. Like, he's got to worry about that. He's just a 600-year-old depressed old man. What? Just keep following those. Looks like I'm back in Connacht. Was Bob.
You've come. The one who carries what's left of me. Please, don't come any closer. Don't force me to think about coming back again. Just let me finally die. Because I've had enough. Enough of being torn apart and stitched back together. Enough of being used, shaped, and forced to be something I'm not.
Okay, now I feel bad for choosing resurrection, dude.
Of nothing. To see the people you swore to protect suffer because of your choices.
It might be different this time, though. We got the Dalrita. They're all united.
I've seen towns burnt to the ground, families destroyed, all because someone thought it would serve the greater good. And they called it loyalty. They called it justice. I've been dragged through every dream, every lie they've built around me. And I'm tired. Tired of the weight, of the expectations, of all of it. And most of all, I'm tired of failing.
Okay, tell you guys what. We're at 38 minutes. We're going to wrap up. And in the next one, looks like we'll be finishing it. So stay tuned. We'll have more Tainted Grail, Tainted Grail, the Fall of Avalon, coming your way at a later time. And I'll see you then.